And welcome to beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. This is Salve Regina Seahawk Baseball, and today is a big one. A rubber match between Roger William Hawks against your home squad, the Salve Regina Seahawks. And folks, keep in mind, this is one of the biggest rival matches of the season. The current score, or the current history between these two squads, is the Salve Regina Seahawks up 54-34. There have been two ties, but Salve Regina up 20 games in the all-time series. But today is going to be a big one for the Salve Regina Seahawks. They got their guy, one of the best in the country. The left-hander Dominic Paracci will be out there starting for the Seahawks. But there's also a lot of other storylines out there. First of which is Dustin Cicada, the shortstop for the Seahawks, has been killing it. 9-game hit streak, hitting over 385 the last 7 games. He's raised his average more than 100 points in just the last 10 days. So he's playing really good baseball right now. Will McCarthy also playing great baseball over at third base. The amount of defensive web gems he has had has been truly spectacular. One of the better defenders in the CCC at the third base position. But we can't forget about some of the other infielders. That includes Chris Veneruso over at second base. Get this. The last third of the season, Chris Veneruso is now hitting over 500, slugging during that period of time over 700, and his on base is over 550. Really good offensive production, and on top of that, the defense is there as well. A strong arm and a good glove, so a lot to like in the infield, and that's excluding, but we will now include Tyler Canoe over at first base. He leads the team in home runs with 7. He's still hitting 333, a power bat, a great defender. He will certainly garner all conference awards by the end of the year, and the outfield's as good as ever. In right field, there's Tyler Petrosino, who had a phenomenal throw outfield assist from right field in the last game at home. Center field is the young sophomore, the captain, Brandon Grover, who has been an elite defender and has also been stellar on the base paths with an on-base percentage over 350. He's been using all of it. And then in left field, you cannot forget about the junior all-conference outfielder. It is Matt D'Amato, one of the favorite stories of the year because he is playing good baseball. He's hitting 290, and I have a belief with Matt D'Amato that he has not yet found his stride. So he's hitting 290 without having found his stride yet. When he catches fire, it is going to be a problem for opposing pitchers all year. A true power bat who has the ability to slap the ball the other way. And on top of that, he just rounds out what is an elite level defense. I mean, as I said, there's Cicada up the middle and a whole bunch of other great players. We're going to take a short break for the national anthem, and we will be right back. And welcome back. Pre-game, we're all out there. It is a beautiful day for some baseball, and you know it gets better when it's the 2 seed in the Commonwealth Coastal Conference playing against the 3 seed, the 2 seed being Salve Regina at 9-0-2, and Roger Williams at an impressive but third place 9-2-1. As I've said, this is the biggest rivalry in the CCC. A lot of blood between these two teams, one of them being the Hawks, one of them being the Seahawks. A lot of competition. But we got our guy on the mound. It's Dominic Parachi. To go into it, his stats this year, if you've watched him pitch, you have a feel for who this man is on the mound. If you haven't seen him pitch, let me tell you about some of the statistics that he holds himself to, not just in the Commonwealth Coastal Conference, not just in the Northeast, but at the Division III level nationally. His .4 ERA is the best at the Division III level of all qualified pitchers. But while it's the top in the Division III level, it is the best ERA of qualified pitchers in the nation at any level. D1, D2, or D3. The stuff that he's been putting out there is truly impressive. If you want to really think about what this .4 ERA means, every 18 innings of pitching, he allows less than 1 run. So per 18 innings that Dom pitches, the opposing team has scored this year less than 1 run. I'm going to give you a second to think about it. It's off the charts. It's unheard of. It is the best in the country for a reason. One of the reasons he's that good, he has a 16 strikeout per 9 metric. 16. More than half the outs that he gets during a given game come via the strikeout. There is nobody better when it comes to it. He's 4th in the nation at that, and we're about to see him here today. If Dom is sharp, it is going to be a tough day to be a Roger Williams hitter, but they're going to have a tough fight waiting for Dom. This might be the toughest game of the year for Dom for a lot of reasons, one of them being this Roger Williams offense. And now the first pitch. And he starts it off right. Count goes 0-1 on the first pitch of the day. The key to Dom's success this year has been getting ahead early and often. Dom has a 3-pitch mix. He also has a slider that he'll go to at times. But it's his ability to be in pitcher-friendly counts as he throws his 0-1 and misses it up high. It's his ability to get himself into pitcher's counts where he has room to throw a pitch how he would like to try and generate swing and miss stuff while not having to worry about if he does miss with the pitch, the batter doesn't swing. Great curveball there. Doesn't get the call. Count moves 2-1. But in those 0-2 counts, 1-2 counts, and you could even say 2-2 with his ability to command his fastball in any count, this is a big pitch. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. And now the count evens up at 2-2. Great swing and miss pitch there. That's his first of the day. I will be keeping track because I can guarantee you that number will get up there. His first is there. The count is 2-2. He just went with the fastball to get the swing and miss. We'll see if he goes down low or stays up high. The 2-2 is on the way, and it is swung on, hit right side, but foul. As I was saying, in those pitcher-friendly counts, he can miss and not have to worry about what happens if he throws a truly sharp curveball and they don't swing at it. Well, now the count just moves to 1-2. It moves to 2-2. Maybe it even moves to 3-2, but it doesn't mean that a man gets on base because Dom likes to manage that. The 2-2 pitch again, swung on, chopped up the middle. There's Dom. He makes the play. It's on the run. He takes his time, throws to first, and that is called a PFP. The pitchers are all somewhere saying, we practice those. Nice play, Dom Parachi making the first out his own way. 1 out to get the leadoff man. And now, batting in the 2 spot, a lefty. Certainly one of the things to keep in mind when it comes to Dominic Parachi is who he attacks. Is it going to be lefty specifically? Is it going to be righty specifically? I don't think it really matters to Dom Parachi. He's going to be the best pitcher that he can be against both sides of the plate, which is rare, but he's ahead here. It's 0-2. Just like that, the infield and outfield will shade a little bit the other way. The dugout is hot. They are ready. It's 0-2. Dom looking for his first strikeout of the day, and with that pitch, we did have number 2 swing and miss. 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on, hit right side, but foul. This is as raucous as I have heard the Seahawk dugout. They are ready to play today. They want this one, I can tell you that. Yes, it's a CCC matchup, and they're still fighting for first place. Just missed down in the zone. Count moves 1-2. But again, that's a great pitch. I'm sure Dom was looking to hit that ball right where he did. Just a bit out of the zone. If he would have gotten a swing, it wouldn't have created good contact. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled off again. Well, the count stays at 1-2. It's been primarily fastballs that generate that fouls have been being generated through. We'll see if he goes to a curveball. He hasn't used it much here in the first. Then again, we are only through 2 batters. We'll see if we see it here. It's a fastball, and again, it's fouled away. Count stays 1-2, but pitch number 6 is coming up. With 2 strikes, we saw the outfield shift a little bit towards the away side, the push side gaps. So Brandon Grover moved a bit towards left center field. Now the curveball, and he just misses again. So that one's up in the zone. It looked like it had a little bit of late life to it, and that brought it back down through the zone. Didn't get the call. Count stays 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, this one swung on. Left side. McCarthy's there. Isn't able to make the play. And now there is a runner on first with just the one out. Will McCarthy fielded it. It just came off the lip of the grass a little bit higher than he would have liked. Came up over the heel of his glove, hit off the fingers of his hand, and wasn't able to stay with it. Tough play, but that will be an error, E5. Runner now on first. Just the one out. Infield defense is going to become a huge part of this game. Roger Williams does not strike out at the clip that Dom is used to striking people out at. As I said, he's one of the best in the country at it. And yes, I mean the country. I mean the whole country. From coast to coast, there are few better pitchers than Dominic Parachi. You're hearing me correctly. But this Roger Williams team will prevent the strikeout. They've done it twice today so far. 3-hitter is up now. And I can't believe it, but he missed that one as well. It looked like he missed it. It was called for a strike, so we got the call. The count moves 1-1. Big pitch there. You don't want to get down 2-0, especially to this left-handed power hitter. Now the 1-1, that's well off the plate. Good job by Dylan Ketch to snag it. Jenkins has found success against the Seahawks so far this year. In his first game against the Seahawks, he did hit a home run. 2-1 pitch, curveball, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now the count's back even at 2-2. But Jenkins did go yard against the starting pitcher, and a great one, the sophomore, Braden Clark. So he has had success against the Seahawks this year. We'll see what he's able to do here. 2-2 pitch, down and away. 3-2 is the count now. I'll tell you what, we are early in this game, but this is a huge at-bat right here. First and second with one out. It's a difference. It's a difference. I've explained it in a paper that I wrote recently, but I'll explain it here as well. I know these are some very educated fans about the game of baseball, but the game changes. It's not just a game of baseball. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Great pitch, Dominic Parachi, and he needed it. That was a battle, and he won it. Now there are 2 outs, the runner at first. But the game of baseball changes in a way that other sports don't change. Basketball is basketball. It's just the game of basketball. But in baseball, baseball is being played. If there's nobody on and there's 2 outs, that's a certain situation that the game is being played in. From a defensive and pitching perspective, you're a lot more willing to sacrifice certain things because you know that you have 2 outs. You're only 1 out away from ending the inning. You can play a specific way. First pitch from Dom here, and this at-bat is down and in. With runners on first and second, only 1 out, Roger Williams has a decent amount of ways to play the game to scratch across a run, which against Dominic Parachi is a very big deal. They could have bunted a man across, and also a single would have scored a run. So for him to go in this first inning on that 3-2 pitch and strike out Garcia was a huge deal. Jenkins was a huge deal. Now there are 2 outs. The runner's on first. 2-0 count here. Make it 3-0. And you can just hear the type of battle that this one's going to be. Roger Williams, when they saw that third ball go up there a bit above the zone, they were juiced. Just for ball 3. That's the type of game this is going to be. Check over to first. It's close. He is safe. A lot of excitement, to say the least. Dom looking to get out of the first unscathed. 3-0 count, not in his favor, and now it's a 4-pitch walk, so runners do get to first and second. As a team, certainly thankful that there are the 2 outs. Anything besides a single, anything besides a base hit will be the end of this inning. Now up, another left-hander. It is Flynn. He's in a big spot. He can certainly help his offensive squad out with a base hit here. Makes a difference. First pitch in there for a strike, I have to assume, and it is. Beautiful pitch by Dom Parachi. Went with the curveball to start this count off. Something he will do very often is mix how he pitches to batters. He'll go backwards and forwards. Swung on, hit back up the middle. It's going to be close. Good play, Dusty. Throws to second, no. Back to third. Oh, they almost had him, just missed. Oh, potential web gem. Great play, Dustin Cicada, to stop that ball from getting up the middle. It would have been an RBI single. Oh, that was close. Great play, Dustin Cicada. If an out would have been produced there, I'd have a lot more to say. I'll end it. No out happened. It was a single up the middle. That's really how we'll end it. Dom now at 26 pitches here in the first. You don't like to see that. Curveball misses down in the zone. Well, this is certainly an eventful way to start the game. Loaded bases. There are 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. Ooh, it's there. In there for a called strike. The count moves to 1-1. A huge strike for Dom Parachi. Now, I mean, anything besides an out, and Roger Williams is scoring a pivotal first run of this game. Has his set. 1-1 pitch. And it's down, it's in. There goes the runner. It's going to be a play at the plate. Throw is not going to be in time. And after that wild pitch, a run does score, given that runner on base who just scored got on base due to the error. It will be an unearned run, and given that there are 2 outs in this inning and an error has already happened, that counts as the 3rd out. All runs that score in this inning are unearned and will not affect his ERA. However, it is more important than ERA. We are looking to win this game, of course. It appears he got the swing there, and he did. Count moves 2-2, a huge strike. He's now at 30 pitches. Seahawks down 1-0, looking to get out of the top of the first. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So that'll do it here for the top of the first. Truly eventful. 2 runners are stranded. 1 run scores. And Dom Parachi threw 31 pitches. A lot to look forward to. This is going to be one heck of a game. Best game of the year. Well, certainly the most exciting so far. We'll be back for the bottom of the first. And welcome back, bottom first baseball, historic Reynolds Field. This is Niles Silverman at the plate. Matt D'Amato, the left fielder. He's sitting 290 on the year. And as I said, he has not gotten hot. When that moment comes, it is going to be a scary event for every team that has to show up here in Newport, Rhode Island, because he will be a force to be reckoned with. That day might be today. I can feel it. This is a 450 hitter at the plate right now, an elite level batsman. He's in a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch is upstairs and away. 2-1 is the count now. A bit of a hitter's count for Matt D'Amato. He has been close on a lot of plate appearances recently. A lot of barrels that haven't produced base hits. He's now on a 3-1 count. Now, what more do you want to see than this? The dugout is hyped. 3-1 count. If Matt D'Amato gets on base to start this inning, there would be an eruption from the Seahawk dugout. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Good swing there. But Matt D'Amato has been finding barrels. The barrels just haven't been producing base hits, and that is destined to change. It's a law of large numbers. It's going to happen. 3-2 pitch here, and it's upstairs for ball 4, and there it goes. Seahawk dugout gets hot. Great way to start the game for the Seahawks. As I said, the game just changed. If that goes to an out versus a walk, there's a difference in what's expected for the game to happen, but also for how you're able to play the game. The Seahawks have a lot of options now. We'll see if they try and steal with Matt D'Amato. He does have the wheels for it. Obviously, there's a risk there. However, one of the things that this coaching staff is acutely aware of is that if you can steal second base 72% of the time, it is a worthy endeavor to try, because when you get to second base, the amount of runs that you're expected to score based off of empirical data is high enough to risk the runner getting that out. First pitch to Dustin Cicadas, fouled off on the right side. Dustin Cicadas still riding that 9-game hitting streak. He has been a monster at the plate. He is 8 for his last 11. Hits in those last 9 games. Also had a home run this weekend. This one hit up the middle. It's going to be an easy play. No, it's not. Error by the shortstop, and now runners on first and second. The shortstop is down on his knees. He can't believe what he's just done. He gets back up. Runners on first and second. That is what the Seahawks needed. Messina with the error there. He fielded it cleanly. Easy play. Starts running over to second base. Sees that Matt D'Amato was going to beat him to the bag. Decides that it's time to toss it to the second baseman, but misplayed it. Threw it over his head. And now runners are on first and second base with nobody out. Dylan catches at the plate. He squares to bunt. Pulls back. Swung on, hit right side. It is deep. It is not caught over his head. It's going to be extra bases. Matt D'Amato rounding third. Dustin Cicadas stops at third. Wow, double RBI double in the bottom half of the first, and we have now recorded an out. Runners on second and third, tie ball game 1-1. How about you pick the starting pitcher up, huh? Wow, what a job. That's the catcher, Dylan Ketch, and this game has officially started. We are well on the way to another great game, I can tell you that much. The dugout has completely lost it. It is mayhem down in the dugout. A crazy game to say the least. Nobody out. Tyler Canoe at the plate. This man has pop. First pitch to him. Down low. Uh-oh. Starting pitcher has recorded 0 outs. If he gets himself down in the count to Tyler Canoe, it could be real trouble. He takes his set. And the 1-0 pitch. And that one appears to be called for a strike. The count moves to 1-1. Starting pitcher, Ben Bonita, needing an out here. We'll see who's able to do the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit hard, right side. It's hanging up there. This will score a run. There goes Dustin Cicada. He's going to score without a throw. Dylan Ketch over to third base. Productive out Tyler Canoe. Well done. Drives the ball to the right center field gap. Caught by the right fielder, but it gets the runner from second to third, and it scores the runner from third. That brings up the big right-hander, Will McCarthy, number 40. He's hitting over 333 on the year. There's a lot of ways to score him here. Ground ball right side. Fly ball in the air. Base hit. A wild pitch. A lot of different outcomes would score a run, and it would be a big one. 2-1 is the score. First pitch to Will McCarthy outside. Count now 1-0. The center fielder did not like that one. Again, Benita, the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit hard-ish. Right side, it's going to be foul. It's not even playable. There goes the first baseman, gives it a run. And now the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. This would be huge. A base hit here would really open up some gates for the Seahawks. As I said, we do have Dominic Parachi on the mound. That's our guy. The 1-1 pitch, well upstairs with the curveball. Didn't command that one how he'd like. Now the count is 2-1. Two-one pitch. Again inside, and that one gets him. First base, free pass, 2 times in the bottom of the first. There's only 1 out. It was the leadoff walk by D'Amato, and now the hit by pitch awarded to Will McCarthy. Whew. As I said, this game with a lot of implications, the first of which is simply Seahawks are trying to go out and win the conference. They are 9-0-2. They haven't yet been defeated, and the final series of the year is against Endicott. Everybody's waiting for that one, expecting what will be a monumental showdown. So they need to stay in a good position to win the conference. Ball hit left side. Shortstop again. This time fields it cleanly. Throws to first, barely in time to get McCarthy. It does score the run. It will be an RBI for Tyler Petrosino. A good ground out, and he finds himself on first after the fielder's choice. So now there have been 3 runs in the bottom half of this inning. Can't ask for more than that. As I was saying, the implications of this game, yes, they have to do with seeding, but it's also a confidence-type game. This is our biggest rival. This is who we wait to play against. Swung on, hit left side, and foul. So to be able to go and win the season series against them without having a loss on the year would be huge in a lot of different ways, but especially to continue to be the big brother in this baseball relationship. That's the way that it has been, but as you know, baseball is a quick-changing game. Now the pitch to Grover. That one's down. There goes the runner. It's going to be close. Great throw by the catcher, and that will do it. Tyler Petrosino is tagged out. Great throw by the catcher. So the top of the second is on the way. The bottom of the first gained 3 runs for the Seahawks. Most impressively done by the double by Dylan Ketch over the right fielder's head. We'll be right back. It is Dominic Parachi coming back out for the top of the second. And the top of the second is upon us. Up now is Hoban. The bottom third of the lineup up now for the Roger Williams Hawks. First pitch to Hoban in there for a strike. Good fastball on the outside half of the plate. Dom is really going to be looking for a quick inning here. He threw 31 in the first. Obviously, that's not sustainable for a 6 or 7 inning game if he wants to go that far, which he does. The zone is tight today. That one was close, called for a ball. The Seahawks do have the availability of the majority of their bullpen. That one in there for a strike. 1-2 is the count now. But obviously when you have a guy like Dom Paracci, you want him out there the whole game, that's for sure. The 1-2 pitch now, up high for ball 2. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The lower part of the zone is where Dom has been finding most of his success so far today. Just slightly missing when he's going above the belt. The 2-2 pitch. Down low. He definitely went. And he did go. Strike 3 on the swing. Catch throws it down to Canu. They throw it around. The leadoff batter is retired via the strikeout. Good start to the inning. On just 4 pitches, he gets his first out. The 8-hitter, first pitch to him, beautiful curveball, as good as it's been today. That was his best for sure. On that last swing and miss to end the last batter, Hoban, it was his 5th swing and miss pitch. That one well inside. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, he misses inside, so inside, and I mean well inside. Back-to-back pitches. Count moves 2-1. He's going to look to go with his curveball here. I am sure that, or leave a fastball. This is their pitcher, Bonavita. He goes with the curveball, but it's down low, so it's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. The sun is shining. And there it goes. 3-1 pitch from Paracci. And that one is well inside as well, so the pitcher walks the pitcher. Matt Falvey at the plate now. The 9-hitter. Right fielder. Paracci going to maybe use his changeup for the first time today. He's going to have to induce a few. His best case scenario here, outside of getting a strikeout, would be inducing a ground ball. He's going to want to keep his pitch count low. That is for sure. Curveball misses up high. 1-0 is the count. This is the 9-hitter. Top of the order is up next. And again, misses up high, so now the count moves to 2 balls and no strikes. A lot of chatter going on between the dugouts. Paracci takes his set. 2-0 pitch and a big one. Great pitch there. Gets swing and miss number 6. Inside fastball just above the hands. Another big pitch. He doesn't want to go down 3-1. He had to get back to 2-1. We'll see if he can get to 2-2 or end the account here. And he gets another swinging fastball. Swung on and missed. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He did need it, and he got it. Swing and miss number 7. We are only through 1 1/3. Paracci has his set. Look for the fastball again. Does get the fastball, but it's off the plate away. We're loaded up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We'll see what he goes with here. It's a big pitch. Yet again, time is called. Oh, my gosh, I can't believe it. Time was called as Paracci was in his windup or just prior. He still threw the pitch. It was in there for a strike, but time was called. He'll redo it. 3-2 on the way, up high and inside. That'll be ball 4. Runners on first and second. Still the 1 out. And out comes pitching coach Andrew McKeon. A lot of chatter going on. Roger Williams making their voices heard, that's for sure. McKeon coming out. Most likely to settle Paracci down. For a normal pitcher, runners on first and second, one out, runners scored in the game so far. That wouldn't really be much to think about, but as I said, it doesn't quite get better than Parachi, so this would be, this is about as much work as this is the most amount of work he's had to put in through the first innings. First two, we're not through two, but first inning and a third so far this season. Certainly something that wants to be talked about. Dominic Parachi in uncharted waters at this point right here, right now. Runners on first and second, the one out. Pitch called for a strike. Count moves 0-1. Cedinho up here. He is the center fielder. He didn't like the strike call, and he steps out of the box, takes his time. Time is now called by the umpire. It appears he's going to go warn the benches. And he is. An official warning to the benches now of Roger Williams. When I told you it was getting chippy, that's what I mean. That's the first warning issued to a bench so far this season. In any game that Salve Regina has played in so far this season, it says something. Counts 0-1. Cedinho's at the plate. He's got himself a big spot. First pitch to him. He holds his hands back. Counts 1-1. Parachi looking to work quick. Has his set. Kicks. Delivers. Curveball. And it is called for a ball, so the count moves to 2-1. Very close pitch there. And now again the 2-1. Swung on and fouled back. Good fastball there from Parachi. Gets the foul. He walks over to the Roger Williams side. Retrieves the foul ball. Tosses it back to catch. No words said to the Roger Williams bench. Well, the count's evened up. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. As everybody always says, you got to win your evens. Dom's looking to do it here. Big pitch, big spot. He kicks, delivers, swung on, and missed. That'll do it for him here. Cedinho goes down swinging. Now 2 outs. Huge swing there. His 8th swing and miss of the day. Dominic Parachi really fooling the hitters. That's a big miss. Cedinho makes contact, drives the ball into the gap. We could be looking at a tie game. Runners on first and second. A tough and scary thing to see when you see this Roger Williams lineup in the heart of it, in which we are. The 3-hitter, the 2-hitter here. First pitch is in there for a strike. Called. Fastball, top half of the zone. Beautiful. Matt Massaro up to the plate. Third baseman, good left-handed hitter. Dusty retrieves back to shortstop position, and just like that, Dom Parachi, he's got himself the count he's looking for. It's 0-2. He does want to end the inning here. I'd say every single pitch that he goes over to this next one is not what he wants. He wants to end the inning right now. His pitch count's getting up for 2 innings. Big pitch, big spot, kicks, delivers, swung on, fouled off again. Take a look at Dustin Cicada moving over from shortstop. Look at how far he'll move to his left. And once Dom kicks, he retreats back. The 0-2 pitch again. Swung on. Fouled back. And that right there gave head coach Eric Sorella his first chance at a play. He made it cleanly. Barehanded pick. Turned, delivered, fired it to the umpire. Made the play. 0-2, still the count. Dom kicks, delivers. The 0-2 pitch swung on, hit. Center field. Brandon Grover is there. Reaches up, makes the catch. Well, that is an eventful way to end the top half of the second. That'll do it. 2 runners are stranded. The score is still the Seahawks on top, 3-1. And welcome back. It's the bottom of the second. Brandon Grover back up to the plate. He was at the plate when Tyler Petrosina was thrown out over at second, so he will be the leadoff man here in the second inning. First pitch to him was in there for a called strike. Counts 0-1. Brandon Grover, a very good hitter. And this one's chopped right side. Could be a tough play. It's going to be a race to the bag, and it's going to be close, but a great play by the pitcher. Way to get over there. Impressive work between the first baseman and the pitcher to successfully make that play. 3-1 is the putout. Bang, bang play at the first base as well. No challenge. It was the right call. The leadoff man is retired. That was Grover. Up now is Ryan Gratial. First pitch to him. He holds off. Good hold. Of all the players for the Salve Regina team, Ryan Gratial has the most raw power. Watching him hit in batting practice is watching a clinic on raw power. What he's able to do off of batting practice, off a hack attack machine, off of me, off of a coach, it's truly impressive what he's able to do with a ball that's moving less than 60 miles an hour. He can really generate force. A lot of it comes from his hips, fluid swing. If he gets himself a pitch that he likes here, he is somebody that can do damage. He's proved that with results the last 2 weeks. He's had 2 home runs. This one swung on, hit left field. It's going to be a tough play, that's for sure, and it's down for a base hit. Single. It's going to be close as well. There goes Gratial rounding first. He'll stay there. He just got underneath it and popped it up. Also didn't catch perfect barrel. And that ball traveled just to the Bermuda Triangle that is between left field, shortstop, and third base. Played perfectly for the Seahawks. He's now on first base. And that brings Chris Veneruso up to the plate, the hottest hitter in the CCC. First pitch to him. Called for a strike. Now the 0-1 kick delivered. It looked like it was up high, and I can't tell. It was called for a ball. The umpire's strike call, a bit tough to tell sometimes. The count does move to 1-1. Veneruso has wheels. The 1-1 pitch to him, swung on, hit right side. It's going to be a tough play. They throw 2, they throw 1, and that will do it for the Seahawks here in the bottom half of the second. After the double play, there were no men left on base. 1 base hit came off the bat of Ryan Gratial. No run score. No errors. Top of the third is coming up. We're looking for a quick inning. Top 3 on the way. And welcome back. The top of the third inning is upon us. At the plate here for Roger Williams is Jenkins. The big power bat. He'll play over at first base. Did it well. Made a nice play back in the second. First pitch to him. Beautiful curveball, Dom Parachi. Wow. Got a swing and miss. That's his 9th of the day. Had Jenkins just on top of it. The ball bounced on top of the plate. A great pitch. That one's well inside. Jenkins does a good job of just getting out of the way. Count evens up at 1-1. For Dom, I think the part of the game that will get him cruising through 6 is locating that fastball at a bit of a higher clip than he's been doing it so far today. He's one of the most effective and efficient pitchers. As I said, I'll say it as many times as I feel like necessary because it's such an impressive thing. He locates his fastball just as good as anyone else at the Division III level in the country. Now, he's not doing that quite as well today, and that's not allowing for him to use his special curveball the way that he truly wants to use it. He misses another fastball here. He wants to be able to generate swing and misses off of that curveball, pitches that aren't for strikes, but because he's up in the count and the batter knows he can throw that fastball for a strike, it causes a bit of anxiety for the hitter, knowing that it's 0-2. He could come with a fastball. Good curveball there. This one's hit very hard out to center field, but not hard enough. Brandon Grover is there, reaches up, and he makes the catch. 1 out. A bit of a loud out. Good contact for Jenkins. Something to keep in mind as this game goes on, but the first baseman goes down swinging. Fly out to center. But if he can locate that fastball, the curveball becomes that much better. When you can't locate the fastball as well as you'd like to, that's when hitters can, to a bit of a higher clip, expect or time up the curveball. But you can't time it up when it looks like that. Great curveball there. Count starts 0-1. Beautiful pitch shape, one of his best of the day. We'll see if he can get his fastball in there for a strike here. And he misses down and in, or down and away. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, kick, deliver, curveball. Fouled off. Third base line. We'll see what he goes with here. Again, you have to assume that based off of how his day has gone, he'll go with a fastball up in the zone, try and generate a swing. But his fastball has probably been at about a 45% strike percentage. Here's the pitch. Outside. Fastball away. Fastball's at about 45% strike. Not where he would want it. He wants to have batters see him throwing a fastball, try and catch up to it, and swing at a pitch just off the zone. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball down and in. That's been the difference so far today from every other game of the year. Keep in mind, Dom is pitching very well. 1 out. We're in the 3rd inning. 1 run is scored. It wasn't earned. 3-2 pitch. Inside. 4th walk of the day. And it's been primarily on fastballs. That one appeared that it could have been a changeup. This right here, Christopher Flynn. He's at 65 pitches. That will be the difference. If Dom goes 6 innings strong, it's going to be because he is locating that fastball like he can. Curveball down, past the catcher. No throw over to second. Runner on second, 1 out. Counts 0-1. Counts 1-0. Runner on second. 1-0 count. Parachi kick, deliver, fastball, good one. In there for a strike. The left-handed Flynn at the plate, Christopher. 1-1 count. Kick, deliver. Curveball, good curveball. His curveball he's using effectively, efficiently, 4 strikes with good shape and good movement so far today. You can't ask for more. It's as good a day as it's been. It's good every day. Dom has a phenomenal curveball, but he does want to see that fastball be pinpointed for moments like this. It's a 1-2 count. He wants to go up in the zone. He does go up in the zone with the fastball, but it's fouled off. And now after that fastball up in the zone, we'll see if he plays off. If that goes with a changeup or a curveball. But once again, he does need to figure out his fastball today. I mean, he has it, he's had it, he will have it. But right now he needs his fastball. Let's see what he goes with. There's the curveball, missed up in the zone. Count still until 1 out. And he gets him with the fastball. Great pitch. Swung on and missed. That's number 10. and it was on the fastball just how you needed it. Up now is Mike Messina, the shortstop. Two outs for him. It's a big spot for Messina. He's looking to get that runner in from second base. It's called wrist hitting. Runners in scoring position. It's a measurement of clutch. We'll see what he's able to do here. First pitch to him, up and away. That was the curveball. Has his set. Has the sign. Here goes Parachi. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball swung on, hit. Right side. Fouled off. You do like to see that. 1-0 count. Locates the fastball well outside half of the plate. Evens the count up at 1 strike. We'll see what he does here. 1-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one swung on, hit. Popped up. There is Dustin Cicada. He reaches over and makes the play on the run. Beautiful piece of work by the new shortstop, Dustin Cicada, and that will do it for the top half of the third. One runner is left on. It was in scoring position. They weren't able to cash in. Here come the Seahawks again for their third chance at it. Bottom three coming up. Bottom half of the third is upon us. Leading it out for the Seahawks, it's the first batter. It's the leadoff batter. It's number 1. What happened there? Time is called. Pitcher started his windup and then stopped. This is the left fielder, Matt D'Amato. He's 0 for 0 with a walk so far today. The first pitch he sees is up for a ball. Curveball couldn't be located. It's Bonavita still on the mound for the Roger William Hawks. 1-0 pitch. Fastball swung on, barreled, but foul. D'Amato was the first run scored that the Seahawks had today as he sees a fastball up in the zone. He was the tying run back in the first on the Dillon catch double to right field, and then the Seahawks ended up scoring 2 more. He started the party. That one up high as well. So now again, Matt D'Amato in a very favorable hitter's count. He's already had the walk today. A walk is a very good at-bat result. He's in a 3-1 count again. If he sees a pitch he likes, he will be swinging. This one called for a strike. Big pitch. Bonavita, Matt D'Amato, 3-2 on the way, and it's up high for ball 4. Matt D'Amato with another walk, another leadoff walk. It was for the curveball Bonavita was looking for, but he wasn't able to locate it like he wanted to, and it didn't break for him. It stayed up just a tad bit above the zone, and that's good enough for another leadoff walk for Matt D'Amato. A walk's always good, but a leadoff walk is better. It is better. Great job, Matt D'Amato. 2 times in the leadoff spot, 2 times gets the job done and does well. We'll see if he runs. Dustin Cicada here. He lays down a bunt right side. Could be good. Bonavita has it and tags out Cicada. That is a true rare, one unassisted. You'll see. We haven't seen it before this season, so there we go. Sacrifice bunt by Dustin Cicada. He laid it down as well as he could. There's 1 out, runner on second, and clutch catch at the plate. Big spot. Again, here's the situation called runner in scoring position batting. It's a measurement of clutch. Swung on, chopped. Back to the pitcher. Bonavita fields it cleanly and tosses it over to first, and that is in time. Both outs this inning come via the pitcher, and neither of them have been strikeouts. One unassisted and 1-3. Up now for the Seahawks, Tyler Canoe. He had a sacrifice fly back in the first, scored a run, scored the second of the 3 that were to score. He's looking to do something again here. Matt D'Amato's on third base. They're up by 2, but they're looking to make it 3, possibly 4. This is the leader in home runs for the Seahawks. 7 on the year. First pitch to Canoe is down and away. The count moves 1-0. He was putting balls out of the ballpark the other day in batting practice. He really has found a stride with his swing. Swung on, hit center field. There goes the center fielder, and he's there to make the catch. Good read by the center fielder. Immediately saw that it was slicing away from him, and he read it to perfection. That'll do it here for the bottom half of the third. The top of the fourth is coming up. One runner was left on. That was the leadoff walk coming off of Matt D'Amato. He's left on base. Good piece of hitting. None of them counted for hits. None of them were hits. The top of the fourth, it's coming up. And welcome back. This is Niall Silverman joining you from beautiful Newport, Rhode Island here at Reynolds Field. Dominic Parachi back out there for the Seahawks. He is at 75 pitches here through 3 innings. He's looking to have a quick fourth. The first pitch he threw was a changeup called for a ball. Another changeup there also called for a ball. First 2 pitches of the inning. Down and away to the right-handed hitter. It is Hoban. Wind picking up a little bit. Out towards center. 2-0, fastball in there. Strike 1. Now the 2-1 pitch again from Parachi, but that one is down and away yet again. Count moves to 3-1. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see the great Seahawk photographer, George Corrigan, who had his senior thesis the other day. Great job. Shout out to him. Swung on, hit center field. Grover's going to have a play on it, and he does. Excellent read off of the bat. He makes the catch, and that'll do it for the leadoff batter, Hoban. Good piece of work by the center fielder, Grover. That was a line drive right at him. He read it well, as he does. You don't become captain for no reason. He takes care of business outside of the field, does his film, knows how to read balls, and he did it there. 1 out. Swung on, popped up. Out of play and foul. Good start to the count. It's 0-1. This is the pitcher, Bonavita. He walked in his first at-bat. Now this one swung on and missed. Swing and miss number 10. That was the curveball. Good pitch there, and now Parachi's up in the count 0-2, just where he likes to find himself. He has his set. Swung on, foul back. His fastball has been efficient so far here in the fourth. He's locating it in and out, both sides of the plate. Here comes Parachi, the 0-2 pitch. Again, swung on and missed. Swing and miss number 11. That appeared to be the changeup. Good pitch there. And now we have 2 outs. It's a quick start to the fourth. Falvey up for the Hawks. Nine-hitter here. First pitch to Falvey. He tries to lay down a bunt. Parachi is there. Bare hand. Throw to first. And it's not in time. The throw forced Canoe off of the bag. So a great bunt by the 9-hitter Falvey. And he finds himself on first base with the 2 outs. We'll see if they try and send him over to second. Leadoff hitter up now for Roger Williams. Runner reached, but it only took 1 pitch. And it's more important to Dom to have a quick fourth inning than it is for him to not allow a runner to get onto first base. Third at bat for the leadoff hitter for the Roger Williams Hawks. Dom has his set, kicks, delivers, great curveball. And called for a ball. Just missed. Late break to it, as his curveball does. Generally break late. Sharp action on it. Now again, the 1-0, and that's in there for a strike. Good curveball. He does it again. This time locates it a bit more in the middle of the plate. He gets it. No swing, no contest. Now a 1-1 count. We'll see if he goes with the fastball here. He's going to be looking to go down and away to the right-handed leadoff hitter. We'll see if he locates it. You don't want to go up and into this hitter here. The fastball swung on, popped up, foul. And now the count's 1-2. He's 1 pitch away from ending the inning. Pitchers are down in the bullpen. Nobody warming up for the Seahawks. Has his set. Here comes Parachi. The 1-2 pitch. It's a curveball hit. Hard. Left side, but foul. Count stays 1-2. Big spot. Dunn's able to get the out here. He'll return back out for the 5th. If this inning goes a bit longer, it is possible that Dom does not get to the 5th, which means he would not record the win in today's game. If it goes that way, pitches. I can't believe it wasn't called for a strike. So the runner at first, the 9-hitter, takes off Falvey. Matt Falvey takes off for second, and he's into second safely. There are 2 strikes. That pitch was down the middle. Called for a ball. The count's now 2-2. The situation, runner on second, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Oh, wow. I don't understand what's happening. So the 2-hitter, and this is the center fielder, Cedeno, he thought that was ball 4. It wasn't. It was ball 3. And it was very close, I must add. It was a curveball that broke near the chest, broke down to about the belt. Cedeno throws his bat, not out of frustration, but as if he thought it was ball 4. It wasn't. Here is the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Yeah, take that. They're electric in the Seahawk dugout right now. Electric. What a show of confidence there from Dominic Parachi. He goes with the curveball, gets swing and miss number 11 on the day, and that was a statement piece for the 3rd out of this inning, to say the least. The bottom of the 4th is headed up. We are the Salve Regina Seahawks up 3-1 against the Roger Williams Hawks. Bottom 4. We're on the way. And welcome back. Will McCarthy will lead off for the Seahawks here in the bottom half of the fourth, and that one hits him again. Talk about just a man in the box. Will McCarthy now leads the Salve Regina Seahawks in hit by pitches. It's double digits, and the Seahawks are up there in the top 20 in the country. And again, vision it. 393 teams play Division III baseball, and the Seahawks are top 25 in quite a few of them. One of them that they are up there in the country, in the team ranking, is hit by pitches. This team is not afraid to be hit by a baseball, and if you don't know how important that can be, one pitch, we didn't have to win anything. All we did was take advantage of a mistake, and now we have a runner on first base, which is a big deal. That's how baseball is played. You get runners on base, push them over, and then eventually somebody gets that RBI hit. Huge deal, and Will McCarthy does that as well as anyone else. Here's Petrosino. That one's in there for a strike. Appeared to be the changeup off of Bonavita's hand. We'll see if McCarthy takes off to run. He has the wheels for it. Hit and run could be in play. It's not. The 1-1 pitch upstairs called for a ball. It's been a tight zone all day for both sides. That one certainly looked pretty good, but it's been a totes. And Massaro, even with the back, he's expecting a bunt as well. Oh, this one hit. Chopped. Not chopped. Popped. To the shortstop. Massaro, he makes the play. Based off the flight angle of that ball, it appears it had been chopped, but it was just a weird pop-up. Petrosino is retired. One out. And Brandon Grover up at the plate. Grover had a really hot power streak for about a 2-week period a few weeks back. During that period of time, which we are still in, it's like the bull run of Seahawk offense. We're still in it, but it really started about game 12 to 14. And Grover from that period hit about 4 home runs in maybe 8 to 9 games. And that was a really strong run for him. He's still hitting the ball well, still making great contact with power. Had a double the other day. But he is now in second for the home run lead. Tyler Canoe retook the lead. And after that miss, the count does even up at 1-1. The 6 home runs that Brandon Grover has so far this season will not be the amount that he ends the season with. We'll see which day that home run comes on. It could be today, that's for sure. A lot of power in that left-handed bat. This one swung on and hit. The left side, it's out of play and it's foul. Now the count moves to 1-2 strikes. Not exactly an ideal power situation when there's 1-2 strikes. A bit of a pitcher's count, especially against a good pitcher like Bonavita. That one up and in. Counts back to even. 2 strikes. Runner on first, 1 out. Grover has wheels. And this one down and in. Well, now the count runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Good runner at the plate and on first base. Outfield playing back deep. Not unbelievably deep, but deep enough. No shift for the infield. The 3-2 pitch swung on, hit, popped up. Possibly playable, and it's not, but a great play. It appears to be a great play by a fan in the stands in the parents section. I'm not sure if he actually made the catch, but he was set for it, under it, and I wish I could make the call, but I don't know if he caught it. There is now some question marks over whether or not he made the play, but the real play's happening at the plate. 3-2, happening again, 1 out. Brandon Grover. Oh, swung on and missed, but swung on and fouled back. Grover stays alive, just caught a piece of it. Three-two again. The third time. Could it be the charm? Bonavita kicks. Delivers up, high, and away. Third time was, in fact, the charm. Brandon Grover reaches first base. That moves Will McCarthy over to second base, and now with just 1 out, the power bat that I have been talking about, Ryan Gratial, is at the plate. Just true raw power from this bat. As good as it gets when it comes to raw power. We'll see what he's able to do in game. He's had a few home runs in recent memory. Outfield shifts slightly in. Nothing crazy. First pitch to Grayshole. Outside. Called for a ball. No real shift for any part of the defense. Center field playing straight up. Infield playing straight up. 1-0 pitch. Grayshole check, swing fouled off. Right side. It is finals week here at Salve Regina University, and initial reports from players and coaches are coming back very positive. Good on the baseball field, good in the classroom. That's Salve Regina baseball. 1-1 pitch outside. Change up there. Missed. And now the Cats 2-1. Creation a very favorable count. 2 balls, 1 strike. He'll be swinging at a pitch he likes. Deliver, swung on, hit hard, right side. Second baseman's there, flips shortstop, throw to first is in time, and that will do it for the bottom half of the fourth. Good contact, but just right at the second baseman. Caught the bottom half of the barrel, drove it into the ground. That will do it. The score still 3-1. We are headed to the top half of the fifth, and our guy, the big left-handed pitcher, Dominic Parachi, trots back out. He will be out there to start the fifth. We'll be back shortly. 3-1. Welcome back to the top half of the fifth. Leading it off for the Roger Williams Hawks is the shortstop, Massaro. Third baseman, Massaro. First pitch to him. Great curveball there from Parachi. In there for a called strike. Has his set. Goes through the windup. And this one chopped. Right side. Foul. And just like that, the count is 0-2. In the first, Massaro reached on an error and was the lone scored run that Roger Williams has so far. He scored on a wild pitch. Now the 0-2. Parachi, fastball swung on, fouled back. The Seahawks responded really well in the first inning. It can be daunting. This is a very good Roger Williams squad. They're nationally ranked. And they have a good pitcher on the mound. Bonavita is a very good player. The 0-2 pitch, again, curveball. It's close. Doesn't get the call. Much to the dismay of the Seahawks. Coach Sorrell looking for an explanation. It looked good. It looked good. But to respond the way that they responded, I mean, you have your guy, Dom Parachi, on the mound for you. And sometimes that can let the offense take a breather. Again, here's the 1-2, swung on, hit left side. There's Cicada. Nice glove work. Throws to first. In time, Canu is there, and he makes the catch. That'll retire Massaro for the first out of the inning. Here comes Jenkins, the tall, left-handed first baseman. But sometimes when you have your guy on the mound, the offense doesn't quite show up for you because they feel like we have our guy. It's not like a conscious decision to not show up that day. That, of course, they're They're not thinking like that, but it can be sort of you don't feel the pressure as much because you know you're going to get 6, 5, 6, 7 scoreless innings from your guy. So when you see him give up a run in the first to bounce back the way that they did was not only impressive but necessary. That's been the only 3 runs the Seahawks have scored in the first. Jenkins today is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. He has power. He's one of the leaders in home runs in the CCC. Parachi, 1-1 count, kicks, delivers, down low. Two-one pitch, curveball swung on, clubbed, right side. Petro makes a run on it, cuts it off. They're going to test him. Jenkins going 2. Going to be a close play. He's in there safely, so a big double for Jenkins. A lot of power showing that bat. Reached down and clubbed the fastball. Took it over to right field. Petrosino did a very good job of cutting it off. He just wasn't able to make the throw back into second base in time to get Jenkins, who was hustling over to second base. That ball, by the time that Petro had received the ball into his glove, Jenkins was rounding first. That ball was very close to the foul line on the right field line. Long run for him. 1 out. Jenkins on second. First pitch. Great pick, Dylan Ketch. You do not want to have a runner get to third with just the 1 out. So a great pick by Ketch there. Morin at the plate. Good curveball. Gets the strike call. Count moves to 1-1. Parachi looking to just end this inning. If he can get out of this inning, it would be a successful day's work for him. He'd be in line for the win. Another curveball, and again a strike. Great set of curveballs he just threw. Both of them located on the outside corner to a tall right-handed hitter. Not much Morin was able to do with those. Morin has been patient today and has paid off. He has 2 walks. Now he swings and misses. Swing and miss number 12. And now the chance to get your last are coming out of that Seahawk dugout. Parachi just 1 out away from being in line for the win and getting his team through 5 good innings of 1-run baseball, none of them earned. He's had to work for it, though. His fastball hasn't been exactly what he's accustomed to having. It's been a bit wild, more wild than he's used to. Then again, the day that he's having is strike call there. For any pitcher besides Parachi, this would be a fantastic start, but Parachi's on such a pedestal given how good he's been. But he's looking to get through 5. He's at 2 outs. He's got 1 strike, no balls. 5-hitter. That one outside away. A tad bit of a shift. Not sure if it's going to stay like that, but Dustin Cicada is playing heavily up the middle. It appears that Veneruso has shifted over into shallow right field and closer to the first base line. There goes Cicada. Great curveball. Beautiful curveball. Called for a strike, so now the count's 1-2. Roger Williams is a bit flat in their dugout. The Seahawks are up. It's a 1-2 count. Parachi looking to end his day most likely. If he gets the out, it most likely ends his day. 1-2 pitch. There goes Cicada. Kicks, delivers. Strike 3. Inside corner. Got him looking. And that will do it for the top half of the 5th. Dominic Parachi gets his 7th strikeout of the day. A big one. They needed it. Left the runner stranded over at second. That was the only hit of the inning. A big bottom of the 5th coming up. Seahawks on top. It's 3-1. Chris Veneruso leads it off here for the Seahawks. First pitch to him inside. It's the bottom half of the fifth. The Seahawks are looking to extend that lead. It's currently 3-1. They would love to get it to 4-1, possibly more. The 1-0 pitch swung on, hit right side. Is playable, and it's going to be down for a base hit. So Chris Veneruso continues his hot streak, and he finds himself on first base. A soft line drive, the right side, just over the head of the second baseman, just in front of the right fielder. And now the leadoff hitter, Matt D'Amato, steps up to the plate. It's a matter of time. I am telling you that. He is 0 for 0 on the day. He's got 2 walks. He squares the bunt. Slash. Up high. D'Amato squared around a bunt. Once the pitcher got into his windup, D'Amato pulled the bat back. That is called a slash. He's looking to draw the third baseman and first baseman in and then drill it past him. He does it again here, but he's up in the count, 2-0. 2 straight balls to Matt D'Amato. You're looking to do that to open up the field of play a little bit. You're basically getting 30 feet of distance that the third baseman and first baseman can't cover because they're having to come in to play your bunt. And it is a read play. The 2-0 pitch swung on, chopped, foul. The closer a defender gets to the plate, the less range that they have to work with. Just obviously, it's also kind of based off, you can all think about it. It makes sense, I promise. But as you pull the third baseman, the first baseman in with a bunt show, you just give them less range to work with, opens up the field for yourself. The 2-1 pitch, good changeup, called for a strike, and it was. The count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, Bonavita looking to win this count. He's brought himself back to a neutral 2-2. Both sides thinking they got to win their evens. Swung on, fouled back. Good piece of hitting by Matt D'Amato. Another barrel, just missed. Fouled right back. The 2-2 again. Swung on, hit. Deep right field. This one is going to be close. It is good! 2-run shot. Matt D'Amato. It was a matter of time. Boy, oh boy, he clubbed it. Just clobbered it. And that one extends this lead 5-1. The Seahawks needed it. Matt D'Amato delivered. What a day he's having through 3 at-bats. He has reached base all 3 times. 2 walks, both leadoff, and now the 2-run shot. Oh, boy, this game's getting a bit juicy for the Seahawks. Up by 4. They are loving it. Roger Williams, not a lot of noise coming to that side right now, but the Seahawks are hot in the dugout. Hot. Also hot is the Roger Williams bullpen. They're getting a few guys up. Bonavita now giving up 5. Swung on and missed there by Cicada. Great piece of hitting, Matt D'Amato. Now Cicada looking to take his turn. He evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Good way to hold there. Seahawks again getting loud. The 1-1 pitch up high. Called for a strike, though. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cicada at the plate. Curveball close. Called for a ball. And again, counts even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way from Bonavita. Fouled off. Bit of a wild foul ball there. Cicada didn't offer at the pitch. It was just up and in high enough to where it it appears to be hit off the fists of the barrel, the little bottom part of the barrel. This one swung on, hit right center field. Center fielder is there. That's Cedeno, and he makes the play. That retires Cicada for the first out of the inning. Cedeno with some good range. He's been good in center field so far today. Only at 69 pitches it appears for Bonavita so far. His strike to ball ratio isn't exactly what he liked. This one hit back up the middle. It's off of his glove. Long run for Bonavita. He's not going to get it. Single Dylan catch off the glove of Bonavita. Just couldn't get it in the glove. Goes right off the end of it. Trickles. stops in between second base and pitcher, and now Dylan Ketch with his second hit of the game stands on first base. So while the starting pitcher, Bonavita, has been able to keep his pitch count down, he's done that by having a pretty even mix of balls and strikes, which is a great way to go about pitching because when you miss and you start hitting those middle spots, which you'll have to do, he misses again here. That looked to be a changeup down in the zone. This is another guy in Tyler Canoe you do not want to miss to. He missed to Matt D'Amato, and Matt D'Amato punished him. You do this to Tyler Canoe, you leave one middle, he will punish you as well. Swung on, hit hard, left side, in through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. Sorella loves that. One of his favorite plays is a single in between the 5-6 hole. And they get it there. That was Tyler Canoe. Good piece of hitting from him. Now there's runners on first and second for Will McCarthy. And just like Matt D'Amato going into his third at-bat, Will McCarthy is going into this at-bat 0 for 0 on the day. He has been hit by a pitch twice. Both at-bats hit by a pitch. Here he is, 0 for 0, third at-bat. First pitch to him, swung on, hit, left center field. Cedeno is there. It's going to be close. He's there to make the catch. Throw, good throw, strong throw into third base, not even close. Strong throw. Had no shot, really. He was pulled into left center field. Tyler Canoe stayed over at first. Dylan Ketch moved from second to third. So now runners on the corners. There are 2 outs, however. The 5-1 lead has insurance really bought in for the Seahawks. If you wanted to start a game at 5-1, the insurance premium on that would be hefty. But if you get it to 6-1 or even 7-1, then all of a sudden that's an insurance premium I can't even pay for. That's a lot of insurance, I'll tell you that. They're looking to deliver here at the plate is Tyler Petrosino. First pitch to him was a strike. This one swung on, hit, left center field. It's going to be tough. The left fielder appears to be there, and he is. So he makes the catch, and that will retire Petrosino. 2 men are left on base, first and third, but the Seahawks scored 2 on the moonshot. Matt D'Amato. It was only a matter of time. We're headed to the top of the 6th. The Seahawks are on top, 5-1. Welcome back. This is Niall Silverman Calling some top six baseball here at beautiful Newport, Rhode Island's historic Reynolds Field. Up on the mound for the Seahawks is the flamethrower himself. It's Andrew Roman. It's number 29. He's looking sharp so far in warm-ups. First pitch is sharp. Down the middle, but the batter was not able to catch up with it because that was probably 91 out of the hand of Andrew Roman. I mean, he really does throw the ball extremely hard. He has a wipeout slider. He's up 1-0. Here's the pitch. There's the slider. He gets it. Now he's up 0-2. And that's a spot just like Parachi where if you're a batter facing Andrew Roman at the 0-2 spot, you are not having a good day, or a good moment, I'll say, because he will do that to you. That one is going to turn into an out. Wow, what a throw, Dylan catch. It was strike three, but it was such a sharp slider from Roman that the ball did not even reach the plate, still got the swing, bounced up, hit the plate, bounced off of the backstop. Dylan catches it, bare hand, immediately fires to first, and he gets the out by less than half of a step. I mean, a great combination of great pitching and great fielding by the pitcher and the catcher, respectively. Now, with one out, that one in there for a strike. Roman, 4 pitches, 4 strikes. Cloud cover taking over a bit. All of the outfield, a bit of the infield. And now all of the field. That happened quick. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. Outside corner, Roman simply dotting up the outside half of that plate right now. Here's Hoban. 0-2. We'll see what he goes. Might be the slider. Is the slider. Swung on and missed. Boy, oh boy. Wow. Superlative for wow. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Good start to the inning. Dominic Parachi on the day today went 5 innings of 1-run baseball. It was unearned. During that time, he gave up 2 hits, 4 walks. He had 9 strikeouts, which is a good clip. The first pitch here, slider swung on, hit right side. What a play. Veneruso throws to first. Oh, wow. Come on now, Chris Veneruso. That was sick. What a play, and that ends the inning. Just great in every way for the Seahawks. Andrew Roman threw 7 pitches, got 2 strikeouts. It looked beyond sharp. And then on the second pitch there, ball hit really tough hop for Chris Veneruso. Played it perfectly. Tough play to the backhand. Great play by the great defender. Throws to first in time. 3 up, 3 down, a 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Roman. And that will take us to the bottom half of the 6th. When we come back, the Seahawks are on top, 5-1. Looking to add bottom 6 in a few. Welcome back. It is the bottom half of the 6th, and up to the plate is Brandon Grover, sophomore captain. First pitch to him was outside and away. After that inning by Andrew Roman, we have ourselves the first 1-2-3 inning pitch by the Seahawks, and it was a great one. The slider from Bonavita was close but dropped. Called for a ball. The count is 2-0. Grover sees ball 3. On the day, Brandon Grover is 1 for 1 with a walk. 0 for 1 with a walk, excuse me. He's now on a 3-1 count. The pitch up high for ball 4, so that'll do it. A quick walk to start off the inning, and the Seahawks have a speedy runner over at first base with the power hitting Ryan Grayshall up at the plate. Both times Brandon Grover has led off an inning so far today, he has achieved the walk, which makes it the fourth leadoff walk for the Seahawks. Matt D'Amato also has 2 with the good wheels at first, and he takes off, swung on, hit left side. Eric Sorella makes the play. Sorella had the stop, knocked it down, showed off some good handwork, picked it back up, threw it back in. So the on-deck man, Chris Veneruso. Good play, Eric Sorella. We'll see if they send Grover again. Checked over to first, not in time. Grover, as athletic as he is, he's also tall. So tall and athletic, he takes a huge lead. Like, bigger than other people take their lead is the lead that he takes. So that was close there. He dives back again. He's safe again. But he'll generate a decent amount of people throwing back on him, pickoff attempts on him, because he's off by 1 1/3 times, so 1.33 times what the normal person normally takes off. Body length times 1.5 most likely. Gratial offers at this one above the numbers. That takes the count to 0-2. Definitely not a count he'd love to be in. Nonetheless, he's still got a few pitches to play with. We'll see what he's able to do 0-2. Bonavita has not gone to the slider yet in this at-bat. We'll see if he shows it to Gratial here. He does not. Fastball above the zone. Called for a ball. Good pitch, Bonavita. About the exact same spot he got the swing and miss from Gratial on the 0-1 pitch. He used again on the 0-2 pitch. Gratial didn't offer this time. Counts 1-2. Swung on, hit up the middle. It could be 2. There's the flip. The throw from second to short is in time, and that will be good for a 4-6-3 double play, which unfortunately is the second time Ryan Gratial has gone 4-6-3 today. And up now, Chris Veneruso hitting in the same inning that he made an incredible defensive web gen. Just spectacular glove work. I mean, you can't, again, it's just like wow and then superlatives for wow, as many as you'd like to have. There's a ton that you could use. This one up and in, almost hits him, does not. Veneruso single to right in his last at-bat. He's up 2-0 in the count now. The 2-0 pitch called for a strike. That's a bit surprising. Count moves 2-1. He scored on the D'Amato home run. He was run scored number 4 of the day, and 4 was a big one. That one is certainly a ball. Count moves 3-1. The outfield has shifted in. A ball into the right center field gap could be close. It'd be a triple, but it could possibly be an inside the park home run. Chris Veneruso takes his base. Ball 4. Close pitch. Bonavita is not happy. He's going to talk to the umpire. And just like that, a situation the Seahawks have liked today. It is Matt D'Amato at the plate. Over at first base, it is Chris Veneruso. And again, the umpire calls time to go talk to the Roger Williams bench. If you're Roger Williams, you do not like to have the umpire come talk to you for the second time in a game. It happens again there. Well, runner on first is Chris Veneruso. Batter at the plate, it's Matt D'Amato. Matt D'Amato 1 for 1 on the day with the big shot. He also has 2 walks. First pitch to him. Curveball. Oh, he just missed it. Fouled it off right side. Count moves 0-1. A violent swing for Matt D'Amato. When he connects, truly connects, it is a loud sound. 0-1 pitch, swung on, fouled straight into the glove of the catcher. The count moves quickly to 0-2. There are 2 outs in the inning. Veneruso can run over at first base. This one swung on, foul back left side. Count stays 0-2. Not much of a shift, just a little bit of shading. But left center field is a bigger gap than right center field. Again, this one hit hard. Left field, not hard enough. There's the left fielder. He's under it, and he makes the catch. So that'll do it here for the bottom half of the 6th. One runner was left on base. That It's Chris Veneruso. The Seahawks are headed to the top half of the 7th. Andrew Rowan will most certainly be back out there for the Seahawks. And we will see you shortly. The score, Seahawks 5, Roger Williams 1. And welcome back, top half of the 7th. There is Andrew Roman on the mound for the Seahawks. He was unbelievably effective and efficient. He threw 7 pitches, all of which were strikes, in the top half of the 6th. He got 2 strikeouts and then got the ground out to Chris Veneruso. And he starts this inning off with a curveball for a strike. 0-1 is the count. It's 9-1-2. Fally up now. And it's called for a strike. Another great pitch. Fally was confused by the pitch that Andrew Roman just threw. It had a lot of sharp break to it, but it had Fally actually physically jumping, literally physically jumping. Called for a strike. It was down there in the middle half of the zone, so I'm not sure if Fally thought it was, but crazy movement. This one swung on, fouled off left side. D'Amato gives it a run, but it's going to be out of play. Count stays 0-2. He hadn't had to run all that much today. On his home run jog, he didn't have to put on the Jets. And then on both of his trips around the bases, it was smooth work. And this one hit right side again is Veneruso. Nice play. Veneruso picks it, throws it in time to retire the leadoff batter, Fally. So just like that, there is 1 out in the inning. Andrew Roman Day has looked like this so far. 3-pitch strikeout, ground out Veneruso. So we'll see what trend we see now. Is it back to the strikeout? I'd have to believe so. Top of the order. Ooh, fastball. Just missed. And that right there is the first ball of the day for Andrew Roman. Took a while to get there. Got through 4 batters before he threw a ball. Cedeno is 0 for 3 so far today. He has played a good center field, though. Strike 1. He K'd twice to Parachi. One of them in an elongated at-bat. 3-2 with a couple of fouls. 1-1 pitch from Roman outside. Two-one count. Roman certainly looking to even things up here. Cedeno can run. Good speed. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit right side. Oh, underneath the glove of Tyler Canoe. It was a tough play. It was smacked over to first base. It appeared if that one went under the glove. And that ball appeared to go through the legs of Tyler Canoe. So that will be an E3, the first error of the year for Tyler Canoe. He's played an exceptional first base. That one was just a two-chopper, probably hit it about 95, 98 miles off the bat, screaming ground ball. Tough play, tough hop. Up now, Massaro, the third baseman. Two-seam fastball he sees is in there for a strike. This is the top half of the seventh. I wouldn't call it a shift as a check goes back, but there is a bit of movement between the players. Will McCarthy's about even with the bag, which is double play depth for a third baseman. Cicada is shaded towards the second base bag, and the outfield's a tad bit shallow. Not a shift, but more like shading. This one hit center field and hard. Grover is retreating back. He's there, plays it well, makes the catch, and throws it back in. He had to go max effort, full sprint, backwards on the ball, read it really well, did not miss a single step, and then caught it just in time. He had stopped running, reached up, made the play. Good read by the center fielder. If you misplay that one, which he could have certainly done, would have been damaged. So he read it well, and he made the play. And now for this at-bat, they will shade back to their regular position and a little bit hedged towards the right side. D'Amato moves over to left center-ish. First pitch here, missed. Number 34, the big left-handed first baseman up now. Doubled in his last at-bat to right field. The 1-0 pitch. Down ball. 2-0's the count. A heavier shift than there was this time. Will McCarthy's playing 5-6 hole. Dustin Cicada is playing up the middle, and Veneruso is playing in shallow right field. And then the outfield is all, as I said, shifted over, and now there's more shifting on the infield. A heavy shift, an entire left side shift. Strike there on the slide. Our count moves 2-1. Dustin, if you can see it, Dustin Cicada behind second base, and then Chris Veneruso still in that shallow right field. Will McCarthy is playing shortstop. Runner going, holds. Count moves 3-1. Grover, the center fielder, is playing a bit of a modified right center field. Left center field is covered by Matt D'Amato, and basically straight away center field is open, as well as the left field line. Left field line would be danger if it happened. Great pitch by Andrew Rowan. Inner half, fastball, strike, 2. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, big pitch. The best hitter for Roger Williams is at the plate. Roman has his set. 3-2 pitch on the way. Oh, wow, doesn't get it. Good slider there from Andrew Roman, just missed it. It was up high. The call was the ball was up high. It was on the upper half of the zone. Doesn't get the call, so now runners on first and second. Everybody shifts back to normal position. Moore and the catcher up at the plate now for the Hawks. First pitch to him, called for a strike. Slider. Well located. Outer half and down. Oh, 1 for Morin as Roman checks back to second. So Daniel playing some good games over at second base as that one is outside for a ball. Roman now, even with the count, 1-1. Fastball outer half and outside, so the count moves 2-1 now. A little bit of danger. Roger Williams certainly looking to execute on a few of these pitches here, or execute on a few of these at-bats here. If they can drive a few runners home, it does change the complexion of this game. 5-1 is very different than, let's say, 5-3. Chopped up the middle. There's Cicada. He gets it, and he runs over to second himself, and that will do it for the top half of the seventh. Huge out. We are headed to the bottom of the seventh, and the Seahawks are on top. Still 5-1. We'll be right back. And welcome back, Newport, Rhode Island. This is Niall Silverman on the call for you. It's the bottom half of the seventh. A new pitcher in the game for the RWU Hawks is number 24, Nick Harper. He's facing off against our number 2 hitter, Dustin Cicada, and Cicada is up in the count so far. He's up 2-0. Harper's been very effective this year, holding batters to a 136 batting average against. But it's hard to keep the batting average against down when you're walking, guys. He's down in the count 3-0 right now to Cicada. Cicada can hit, especially in a 3-0 count, and he won't have to. He'll take ball 4. First base, nobody out. Make that the 5th time in 7 innings the Seahawks have led off an inning with a walk. You heard that right. Wild. It's a huge part of the reason the Seahawks are up 5-1. 3 times that leadoff walk is scored. Here's Dylan Ketch. Nobody out. There goes Cicada. He's running. Ball hit center field. Cedeno running. He is not able to make the catch. And now on second base is Cicada. First base after the single, Dylan Ketch. Make that his 2nd hit of the game, possibly his 3rd. His 3rd hit of the game. The double and 2 singles. Close play for Cedeno, charged in hard, wasn't able to quite get there, gave it a dive, and it just went underneath his glove. Good effort, not able to come up with the ball. His hard effort does keep Dustin Cicada over at second. Runners on first and second, nobody out. It's Tyler Canoe at the plate. Again, Canoe with power. He's driven one to right center field. That was caught by Cedeno. Earlier today, this one hit right side. It is, oh my gosh, almost through. What a play by the second baseman. Full extension, diving to his left. He doesn't come up with the ball, but he does prevent a run from scoring. If he would have made that play in his glove, it would have been the best play I've seen today. A lot of good defense. But a lot of good defense is going to have to prevent one of the best situations any team has ever gotten themselves into in the history of baseball. Folks, loaded bases, nobody out, and our 5 hitters at the plate. We will take that. Here's Will McCarthy. Number 24 has his set. First pitch to McCarthy. Called for a strike. It was a slider. A bit away. Harper, he's going to have to do damage control. It's loaded bases. No one out. 5-hitter Will McCarthy. He's been good today. He's been good all year. The 1-0 pitch taken downstairs. Count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield in. First and third are playing even. Middle and short are playing double play depth. 1-1 pitch is hit high right side, well out of play, so the count does move to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harper would really benefit from a strikeout here. That is the only way a run doesn't score. Maybe a play to the third baseman or the first baseman, a hard ground ball, but that, even that you can't really count on. It would take a good play. Cicada can run. A strikeout is the go-to here for sure. The 1-2 pitch, that's outside. Now the middle still back, corner well above the bag, and this one's outside. So now Nick Harper has himself in the jam of all jams. Call it Welsh. Loaded bases, 3-2 count, nobody out. Here's Will McCarthy, big pitch, to say the least. Now the dugout for the Seahawks is getting loud. 3-2 pitch, Harper on the way, up and in, fouled off. I don't know how he got a piece of that, but he did. Fouled it off, so 3-2 will repeat itself. That ball was up and in. Will McCarthy checked on it, so he wouldn't have hit the ball. It would have been strike 3. He had to just, I don't know even how amazing that it caught a piece of his bat. Count stays 3-2. Great piece of hitting by Will McCarthy just to foul that one off. 3-2 again. And he does go down swinging. That'll be the first out. Great strikeout there. Harper needed it. He needed that one. He got that one. Great piece of pitching from him. Especially, that pitch was a slider. He went with the slider there, 3-2. A lot of faith in yourself to go with a 3-2 slider. Yeah, that's not an easy thing to choose to do. Takes a lot of heart. He did it there, gets it. It was worth it. 1 out, loaded bases. Here's Petrosino. Hitless today so far. Swung on and missed. Good changeup from Harper. Petrosino, another one of those guys, has gap-to-gap power. He can go pull-side gap, as most players can. But he also, because driving the ball pull-side is really just about getting your hands out there early and having your hips explode on a ball, which any hitter at the D3 level can do. I mean, you wouldn't get to NCAA baseball if you couldn't hit a ball pull-side as a hitter. It's a prerequisite. But Petrosino is one of the players that can go with power on a line the opposite way, which is less than often that a player is able to do that. So this is truly a powerful bat in a slim frame. He's also one of the fastest guys on the team. If you asked him, he'd say the fastest. Good player, an athlete. Certainly will get looks for all conference. And most certainly will achieve some level of all conference. Big spot for him here. He could blow this one open. 5-1, loaded bases, 1 out. Counts 0-1. Swung on, hit hard, but high. Infield fly is on. Shortstop's there. He makes the catch. So Massaro retires Petrosino after the pop-up. And now there are 2. While you certainly still think there's loaded bases and Brandon Grover at the plate, for a quick second you have to address what Harper just did. There are minimal ways to prevent runners from scoring when there's less than 2 outs and loaded bases. He got a strikeout and a pop-out. The only other way to do that is a screaming line drive at a player, which is more about luck. Pop-up and strikeout are the 2 things you shoot to do. And he did it. Now there are 2 outs. Brandon Grover's at the plate. Seahawks are still looking to drive in their first run of the inning. It's been loaded bases since there were no outs. Now there's 2. This is our captain. This is our guy. It's 0-1 on Brandon Grover. Upstairs. Count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grover, calm, cool, and collected in the plate. He's not reaching for anything. He's not out of his element. Very in his zone right now. The 1-1 pitch from Harper on the way. Swung on, hit. It's going to be foul. Slightly unfortunate. There is a pull side shift on Grover. Not in the infield, but in the outfield. The left fielder is playing a heavy shade is the way to put it. Left field, if he's able to put one down on the left field line, would score everybody. Now the count's 1-2. Harper kicks, delivers inside. Oh, it's called for strike 3. Well, that will do it. A call that Harper certainly likes, and a really good job there by Harper. I mean, just to go back through it, he loaded the bases with nobody out and then retired the side after that with 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. So as much as that was tumultuous for him, he ended up getting out of it with no runs earned. So the top of the 8th is coming up. The Hawks have limited chances left, but they're happy they're only chasing 4. We'll be right back. The top of the 8th is on the way. Welcome back. It's the top half of the 8th inning. Andrew Roman is back out there for the Seahawks. This will be his 3rd inning of work. At the plate for the Hawks is Flynn. This one's popped up right side. Canoe calls everybody off. He's there. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Exactly what the reliever Roman was looking for. He threw 7 pitches in his 1st inning of work. In the 2nd inning, he threw 20 pitches. For a reliever, for a guy like Andrew Roman, who is built to go multiple innings, he normally pitches only 1 just because of the electric stuff that he has. You'd rather only use him for 1 inning in high-leverage situations. But he works out as if he was going to be a pitcher that was going to throw multiple innings per game. Because there's a difference. If you're a thin, whippy pitcher, you're not going to be able to go out there and have your best stuff for multiple innings of work. That's not who Andrew Roman is. But you still don't really see it from a reliever. He doesn't warm up pitching this way, as he evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And so to see him throw 20 pitches, there was a bit of concern. That would be his last inning of work. But he's back out here now, and the first out of the inning came on in 1 pitch. So he might have a shot to really finish this thing off. And now he's up 0-2. That one was just pure nasty. Slider. The batter at the plate swung right over. The count's 1-2. Here he goes. Could be the fastball. Could be the slider. Andrew kicks, delivers. It's the slider. Barely fouled off. But it gives Sorrella the chance to make another play. He does. He reaches down. He makes the play. He throws. Catch. Cut. It's still 1-2 for Andrew Roman. He has his set. He kicks. He delivers. It's a fastball outside half, and he gets him. What a pitch. What a spot. Andrew Roman yet another strikeout here today. That was an outside pitch. He caught the corner. It was a good place fastball when you're up in the count 1-2. Now there's 2 outs. At the plate for Roger Williams. Hoban back up to the plate with 2 outs. Oh, wow. What a changeup there. For a guy who really doesn't throw his changeup much, that was dirty, nasty. He's up in the count. It's 0-1. Takes his set, kicks, delivers, slider hit left side. Will McCarthy's there, fields it cleanly. Strong throw. That will do it. What an inning of work. We saw a lot of good offense, good defense here recently, but nothing outshines. A nice play by Will McCarthy. He does it again. We're headed to the bottom half of the 8th. This will be the final at-bats for the Seahawks, assuming we're able to close it off. Into the game now for Roger Williams is a new pitcher, number 11, and that is Justin Fraley. We'll be back for the bottom half of the 8th very shortly. Stay tuned. Seahawks on top, 5-1. Welcome back to the bottom half of the 8th. Number 25, Jared Beniers, a.k.a. Bingo, a.k.a. That Guy, has entered the game here for the Seahawks. He's hitting 300 so far this year. He's going to get a chance to raise that average. He's still facing number 11. It's Fraley. Not still facing Fraley. This is Fraley's first appearance of the game, first at bat, and it's going to be Bingo. First pitch down low. Dugout excited for the Seahawks. They got a 4-run lead. And make it 2-1. Fraley not even close there. Good hitters count for Bingo. And the 2-1 well inside, and that hit him. Fraley does not appear to have control of his fastball today. That was a fastball with a lot of break. Just went inside and hit him. Bad way to start the day for Fraley. Here's Chris Veneruso. A couple more runs here would be huge. 4 runs in an inning is not something that doesn't happen. I'll say that again. It's not something that doesn't happen. It could. Once you get to that 6-7 range, it's not going to happen. It's just so unlikely it doesn't happen in a normal game of baseball. So if they can drive a few in here, it would go a long way to securing this victory and picking up that insurance that this bullpen needs. It most likely will be either Tommy Del Vecchio or the left-hander. It will not be the left-hander. It would either be Graham Jeffries or Tommy Del Vecchio coming in. We'll see who it would be. This one swung on, ripped left side, and that'll be through for a base hit. Chris Veneruso, another single yet today. He's having himself one heck of a day offensively and defensively. 2 hits. And now there's runners on first and second for Matt D'Amato. We'll see what he's able to do. He's 1 for 2 with a home run. 2 walks. He steps in against a favorable matchup for him. He likes hitting against righties, and he especially likes what Fraley brings to the table. Although this one is laid down for a bunt. It might be that D'Amato bunts here with nobody out. He'll most likely swing away here on this pitch. Maybe give a little bit of a surprise attack, but now swing away will most likely be the option. A bit of a play called. Third and first playing in just at the cut of the grass. Now we'll even a little bit further than that, so they're expecting the bunt. We'll see if he slashes or if he stays with the bunt. Check back to second to no avail. Bingo slides back in safely. Count 1. Strike, no balls. We'll see if D'Amato lays it down. It appears he will. And they'll say that he went, so the ball was low. They'll say that D'Amato offered at it. The count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. D'Amato will certainly no longer be bunting. However, first and third stay in. Middle's double play depth, there are gaps. And a good take there by D'Amato. The count moves to 1 and 2. We'll see if the first and third basemen stay in. And they're not playing in as much as they were when he was showing the bunt, but they're still playing even with the bag, which I'm not sure what they really expect to happen. It's a bit of a surprising move. Bingo, good lead. This one hit left side, and that is beautiful hitting. Matt D'Amato's through the 5-6 hole. Bingo holds up at third. Loaded bases now. Great piece of hitting. Matt D'Amato stays on a curveball on the outside half of the plate and just barrels it up and stays through it. Drives it left side. He now has 2 hits, has reached 4 times, and has a total bases of 7. Good day. Loaded bases, nobody out. Dustin Cicada, first pitch to him outside. He's got himself a situation. Loaded bases, nobody out. Second time that's happened today. The Seahawks were not able to cash in last inning with the same situation. They're looking to cash in here. That hit by D'Amato was the 10th of the day for the Seahawks. This one outside. Bingo holds up. And with that ball, the count moves 2-0. So here comes the pitching coach out to the mound. Nobody's getting hot for Roger Williams. This is the bottom of the 8th. 5-1. Now somebody stands up for Roger Williams. No glove on. He's just up. Unless things go truly awry for Fraley, and I mean truly awry, he's going to be closing out this ball game. Nobody's ready for the situation if you're Roger Williams. Nobody's doing bands or plyos or anything like that. Fraley is going to finish this game out unless it just gets absurd. Nobody out. 2-0's the count. Great hitter Dustin Cicada at the plate. Fraley has his set. The 2-0 pitch. Kicks, delivers inside. 3-0. Fraley has control of his curveball, but has not had control of the fastball so far today. We'll see if he goes to the curveball here. The 3-0 pitch, it's a fastball, and it's in there for a strike. The count does move in his favor slightly, ever so slightly. It's 3-1. He's still got a lot of work to do. This one hit right side over the second baseman's head. There goes Veneruso. He's going to score. Running to third is D'Amato. The throw is not in time. 2 RBI single, and that gets the 11th hit of the day. And more importantly, that gets us another 2 runs. This one is now 7-1. The Seahawks are taking care of business here in the bottom of the 8th. And that right there is a base hit for Dustin Cicada. That gets his hit streak up to 10 games now. An impressive streak anytime you're in the double digits for a hit streak, especially when a hit like that, I mean, that really does break this one open to an extent that I don't know if it can really be recovered from. 6 runs in an inning is massive, and it would be in the 9th, and it'd be the biggest pressure situation of all time. It's bottom 9, or top 9, last frames for Roger Williams. Keep in mind, more runs can score. Runners are now on second and third. There's nobody out, and it's the heart of our order. It's 3, 4, 5 at the plate currently on deck and in the hole. Right now it's Dylan Ketch. He already has 3 hits today. We'll see if he can extend it. One of those was the first RBI of the game, the double to right field. This one swung on, hit hard, but high. It's not going to get out. We'll see who calls for it. Right fielder's there. Under it, makes the catch. And running home and scoring is Matt D'Amato. So another run scored after the sac fly by Dylan Ketch. Productive out. Cicada's still on second base. Score now 8-1. Tyler Canu. He likes hitting against righties. He's a guy that splits, lefty-righty splits, really doesn't impact. He'll hit well versus anybody and everybody, including Fraley. He's looking for his first career hit off of Fraley. And that one down. Good base running by Cicada. He takes off, just seeing how far that ball is going to get away from the catcher. It's called dirt ball read. Cicada plays it well. He takes a very hard secondary lead, just seeing how far that ball is going to get away from the catcher and gaining ground towards third as he does it. Once he sees that ball is not going to get far enough away from the catcher for him to take third, he just retreats back to second at a full sprint. Great base running. Pitches in there to Canu, strike one. Eddie Hardiman is back up for the Seahawks, and he's now the only one that's still throwing. It could be he's out there for the 9th. Most likely will be. Cicada bouncing around on second. And he is going to take third. Dirt ball read works for him. Wow, what great base running. Just fun to watch. He was dancing and just trying to figure out how far away is that going to get from the catcher. And as he's figuring out how far it's going to get away from the catcher, he is deciding how far and acting on it in the intermediate, in that exact interval. Wow, play by the third baseman, reaches down, fields it, throws it clean. 2 outs, saved a run. But Takeda is in the moment, reading how far away is this ball going to get away from the catcher. And each time that his jump step leads him closer towards third, he's just becoming more aware of how close is that catcher to getting the ball. If it gets too far away from the catcher, I'm going to take third. And he did it there. Runner on third. There are 2 outs, though. It's Will McCarthy at the plate, our 5-hitter. This one swung on, hit high right field. The right fielder's there. He reaches up, and he makes the catch. So that will do it for the Seahawks here in the bottom half of the 8th. They put up an impressive and important 3 runs. The score is now the Salve Regina Seahawks 8, Roger William Hawks 1. Top 9 on the way. Last half. Here we go. And welcome back. What will hopefully be the final frames of today's game. The new pitcher is number 49, Eddie Hardiman, the left-hander, the specialist. He comes from a three-quarter slot, and he throws it all. There's a slider and a beautifully located one just in there perfectly. He's now up in the count 0-2. He's just a part of the depth that this bullpen has. He's a great left-handed arm, to say the least. The 0-2 pitch swung on, barely gets a piece of it. It appeared to be the changeup there. Hardiman stays up in the count 0-2. There's a shade for center field towards the right side. He's playing a bit under right center. This one swung on, hit shallow center. Grover fields it, throws it back in. And, wow, what a tandem. You love to see it. Grover throws it into the shortstop, Takeda, who immediately fires it in to Veneruso, who fires it back to the pitcher. A little four-man tandem. You practice that. It looks good when it happens, and it happened there. Yeah, from this angle. Beautifully done. There is a runner on first base. The Seahawks are up by 7. First pitch from Hardiman in this at-bat outside low. 1-0 is the count. Lefty on lefty matchup. Eddie generally likes these and does the lefty on lefty well, just like that, because he throws that. It looks to be a slider. It could be a changeup that breaks away from a lefty, which is more rare. Generally, the changeup will come to your arm side, so you rarely see it would. A changeup generally wouldn't break away from a lefty if the pitcher's a lefty, but when you come from that halfway slot that he throws from, it could. I do think that's the slider. Barely touched there by the hitter. This one swung on and missed. That was the fastball. Good fastball from Hardiman. Bonavito had the leadoff singles where he had a good day on the mound, and he's continued to put in the work in the box and in the base pass. He's going to get to second here. He has 2 hits on the day and has walked. This is Falvey at the plate. Falvey had a beautiful bunt single against Dom Parachi back in the 4th. This one popped up out of place. The count still stays at 2-2. A bit of a leverage count. The game is not leveraged whatsoever. Both sides, the energy's died down slightly. I think there's a feeling of content with how the game has turned out for both sides. It's kind of an obvious ending to the game. But the actual situation that they're playing in right now is leverage. Eddie is in a 3-2 count. There's a runner on second. There's nobody out. The 3-2 pitch. Hardiman kicks, delivers, and it's strike 3. He gets him in or half. Great pitch. Falvey thought he had ball 4. He's threw the bat and started heading off towards first base, but it was all for naught. And now this game has gotten that much harder for Roger Williams. Very difficult now. There's one out. It was difficult to begin with, but now there's one out. You'd need a lot of hits in a row to start to string together the 7 runs that they need in this one. Getting the first out was a big deal. Cedeno, top of the order up here. First pitch in there for a strike. Hardiman is going to try and reduce leverage as much as he can for the rest of the way, because basically if he can get himself up in counts, it is a fact that it's going to be impossible to score the 7 runs. They need a lot to go right. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, hit, chop, third base side, but foul. And just like that, the count moves no balls, 2 strikes. A fastball there. We'll see what he goes to. Could be the changeup, which would run away from the right-handed Cedeno for the all-important out number 2. Cicada, no shift. Benarusso plays a little bit. Changeup it was, but it missed in her half. Good pick by the catcher, Dylan Ketch. Which I'll choose to say, Dylan is unbelievable as a hitter. How do I say that? How do I know? Well, how about the all-time leader in hits at this university? But and counting. Like, he'll have a lot more opportunities. He's probably broken it by 15 hits already. Great defensive catcher. And Hardiman with strike 3. And just like that, we have 2 outs. Cedeno goes down swinging for the 3rd time. And the Seahawks got loud for that one. A bit of a sombrero there for Cedeno. Now there are 2 outs. But Dylan Ketch has probably about 10 caught stealing or pickoffs from behind the plate, which is about 1 every other game, or 1 every maybe 2.5 games. He doesn't catch every single game. I don't actually know the stats on it, but I assume that's up there because it seems like at least 2 or 3 times a week he's throwing somebody out, and that's a very impressive feat to accomplish for a catcher. You'll go through seasons for certain teams where your catcher does not throw anybody out, and we've had 10 to 12 outs gained simply because Dylan Ketch had the ability and the wherewithal to throw somebody out at a base, pick them off, or catch them stealing. Eddie has a strike there. If this game does come to a close with the Seahawks on top, Parachi will move to 8-0. And now we have strike two, just like that. We are one strike away from ending this one. It has been a rivalry game, and the Seahawks came ready to play. They are up 8-1, looking to end it. Big rivalry for the series on the year. This would be it. Swung on, chopped, right side. Canoe is there. He's going to throw it to Hardiman. Hardiman gets him! 3 outs. That does it. Roger Williams goes down. Seahawks win the season series against Roger Williams. They love to see it. The keys to success today. Andrew Roman came in at a pivotal point. The Seahawks were up 3-1, and he closed the door on the Hawks hitters. He came in using everything that he had, showing pitches I didn't even know he had. He had the slider working for him. He had the fastball working for him. He had the changeup working for him, but most importantly, he had the defense working for him. The hitters today came ready to play. They had a lot of hits, 13, including a home run by the left fielder, Matt D'Amato. Yet another day where the Seahawks have a home run. They're getting up there in the country. They came into the day 42 in total home runs, 35th in home runs per game. They're moving up in that order as they have another home run. With this win, the Seahawks move to 10-0-2. They're still undefeated in conference play, and we're getting just game by game closer to that pivotal final series of the year against Endicott, one that may very well decide the winner of this year's Commonwealth Coastal Conference. Dom Parachi had another great day on the mound. He allowed 0 earned runs. He did allow the 1 run, but it was unearned. He had 9 strikeouts during the 5 innings, raising his Ks per 9 average. And finally, Chris Veneruso, he had 2 hits, he had a walk, and he had one of the best defensive plays I've seen live this season. Truly a web gem. And with this win, what the players might remember most is that Eric Sorella, the head coach here for Salve Regina University, had a discussion with the players after the first game against NYU, and he said to the players that it was the best that he had seen them play, and because they had played so well, if they did that again tomorrow, this was back before Game 2 against NYU, if they did that again, he would go and do a 300 is what it's called. It's a type of running. He would go do that. He said to them, though, after that second game, that they had earned it, he would do it, but he was going to push that to today and do a double or nothing. And it looks like head coach Eric Sorella is going to have to do some running after all, possibly even a 600, because the Hawks got beat by the storm of the Seahawks here today. It's been phenomenal. It's been good being with you. We'll be back with you shortly tomorrow. There's another home game where I can't wait to have you. It's non-conference. Hopefully you get down to Newport sometime soon. We miss seeing you. That'll do it. Seahawks win big. Have a good night.